Hello and welcome to my very first ever YouTube video. My name is Amelia and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a really yummy vegan macaroni and cheese recipe. It's my favorite. I came across this recipe a couple of years ago and I just kind of doctored it up to make it my own. So I went vegan. It'll be 3 years this month, which is super exciting. And the very first macaroni and cheese recipe that I wanted to create didn't turn out so good. Let's just say I served my husband a plate, and as he's walking away with it, I go to taste it, and I just instantly was like, oh my God, do not eat this. So I go running over to him in like slow motion. I'm like, no. And I stop him from eating it. So a few months later, I tried again with a new recipe and it turned out absolutely delicious. So that's the one I'm gonna share with you guys today. I hope you enjoy it. Get creative in the kitchen. There are no measurements here. Just kind of eyeball it, taste as you go, and do what works for you. So I hope I inspire you guys to get in the kitchen and have a little bit of fun today. So what you're gonna need is potatoes, carrots, and an onion for the sauce. Make sure you soak your cashews. If you forget, you can just boil them in some water for about 5 to 10 minutes till they're soft. And then you're also gonna need some nutritional yeast and garlic. That's for the sauce. Then I have my favorite pasta, which is the Jovial gluten-free brand. That's the pasta I'm gonna be using. And then to top it, I'm gonna do some shiitake mushrooms, tomatoes, my favorite Parmesan recipe, and pumpkin seeds. So as I wait for the water to boil, I went ahead and chopped the onion, potato, and carrots. I did about 3 skinny carrots, 2 potatoes, and a half of an onion, and then 1 large clove of garlic. And as you can see, I didn't chop everything too small because you're just gonna throw everything into the blender anyway. So once the pot starts to boil, I'll add some salt, and then just a little tip. I always keep a bowl next to me to put all the like extra vegetable trimmings, I don't know what you want to call it, like little odds and ends. And this I will freeze and keep to make vegetable stock out of, which is awesome. You can use it for so many things. So while the vegetables are boiling, I went ahead and cut up some shiitake mushrooms, and I sliced them thin just because I like for when they cook up to get really crispy, and that's what I'm gonna top it with. You just add a little bit of olive oil and thyme, and that's it, and they cook up really nicely. So the vegetables are done now. I went ahead and added them to the blender. They took about 15 to 20 minutes. I just added some salt, and now I'm gonna add the cashews. I did about a cup of cashews, soaked those in water for a few hours. Add the nutritional yeast. This is where, once you blend all of this up, you're gonna wanna taste it and adjust as you go with salt, more nutritional yeast. And then I forgot to mention, I do add just a splash of apple cider vinegar. That's it. And now we're ready to blend it. So this is how it looks once it's all blended up. I added about a cup of water as I was blending, and perfect. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Can't wait for you to try it. So I decided to reuse the vegetable water to boil the pasta in, so that's heating up right now. And while I do that, I'm sauteing up the shiitake mushrooms. So I just coated the pan with a little bit of olive oil, and I threw the mushrooms right in, and I just added some pink salt and a little bit of thyme. And I'm just gonna let these saute to get really crunchy. And that's what we're gonna use to top the macaroni and cheese with. So what I really like about this pasta, besides how delicious it is, it's one of the only gluten-free brands I've found that holds its texture really well, and I can cook it al dente, is that the box is fully recyclable, and the little plastic window is made out of wood pulp, so this is compostable. zero waste. The pasta is all done cooking. So now we add as much cheese sauce as you would like. And just stir it in. Something else that I did was I do save some of the pasta water. That way you have the option to thin it out if you would like. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. I'm gonna add just a little bit. Depending on how thick or thin you like your macaroni and cheese. I don't like it too thick. So I just finished and topped it off with some of the vegan parm. I'll share the recipe below. And shiitake mushrooms, tomatoes, pumpkin seeds. And I like it spicy, so I added some crushed red pepper. All right, let's give this a taste. All right, here we go. Hands down, the best macaroni and cheese. I mean, I make this often, but every time it just blows me away. It's creamy, cheesy. The mushrooms give it almost like a salty, crunchy, kind of bacon, but not really. The pumpkin seeds are a good crunch. The tomato makes it all. I hope you guys make this. I hope you love it. I just love food. Okay, so thank you for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this. My first ever YouTube video. If you like the recipe, comment, tell me what you think. What would you change? How did you do it to customize it to fit what you like? And if you want me to make more, just subscribe, click the like button. I feel like that's what we have to say here on YouTube. And then you can also follow me at Veggie Smiles on Instagram. I post a lot whenever I'm cooking in the kitchen, which is pretty much every day. So if you want to stick with me, follow me there. I'll just be sitting here avoiding the dishes, eating this deliciousness. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Cheers.